One of the things you see that's very characteristic of the utopian left is the absolute insistence that anyone oppressed is a victim. It's like, okay, we'll give the devil his due. Some oppressed people are victims, but some people who claim to be oppressed aren't victims. They're the worst kind of monsters that the most deranged imagination could barely conceptualize. Utopian, naive, radical progressives refuse their imagination for evil. And that delivers them into the hands of the absolute bloody psychopaths. Right. And they just don't see it. It's like, oh, those trans people, they're just striving to be free. It's like, you wait until you have one of them in your house, buddy, and you're going to find out just exactly how naive you are. So how do they protect themselves? They just deny the existence of malevolence or attribute it to socioeconomic inequality. All criminals are victims. It's like, no, first of all, lots of people who are victims aren't criminals. In fact, poverty does not cause criminality. That's a lie. And it's a very damaging lie to the poor. Because if poverty was equivalent to criminality, the logical thing to do is just to lock up all the poor. Right. Well, there are many pathways from poverty forward, and one of them is criminality, but you can say the same thing about wealth. So the idea, and that's basically a Marxist theory of causality, it's like, well, those people's oppression is what's causing their lack of law-abiding what conduct. It's like, no, wrong, seriously wrong, and dangerously wrong, and ridiculously naive. That's not how the world works at all.
Right, you're also, in a sense, you're encouraging this kind of behavior because you're not punishing people for it, because you're saying it's not their fault.
Or you're even valorizing it. Oh, you poor thing.
Right, and you're allowing more of it to take place.
Well, we know that, so the dark tetrad types, so those are the subclinical psychopaths. Okay, so they're psychopathic. That makes them predatory and parasitic. That's the definition of a psychopath. Okay, they're narcissistic. So what does that mean? They want unearned social status, right? They're Machiavellian. So what does that mean? It means that their use of language is subordinated to their demand for hedonistic gratification and power. So like you and I, in principle, we hope, we're trying to pursue a thread of conversation that leads to further development, let's say, for us and for the audience. But I could easily be in here thinking, okay, what the hell do I have to tell Joe to increase my social media status? Right. And to play this situation as a game to enhance my own status or to further my selfish desires. That's Machiavellian. That was the dark triad. And further investigation revealed that you had to add an additional dimension to that to fully flesh out the picture. Sadism. What's that? Positive delight in the unnecessary misery of others. That's the dark tetrad types. Well, dark tetrad types portray themselves as victims, right? That's one of their Machiavellian strategies. So now your question is, well, how do we segregate the real victims, so to speak, from the false victims? And one of the answers to that is like, beware of those who claim victimization as a justification for their moral, what would you say, for their moral transgressions. I did this because I'm a victim. It's like, really? Really? That was your reason? Poor you. That's your story, you monster. There are no monsters. It's like, if you think there are no monsters, you're naive and willfully blind to the point of delusion and, what would you call it? What do they say? There are none so blind as those who will not see. That certainly applies on the malevolent side.